What's going on YouTube? This is JabberTech, and today Samsung has blessed us with the One UI update for our Galaxy watches, our Gear watches, and I'm really excited. This is bringing our watch to the modern era. It's giving us a whole new look, a whole new refresh look on this watch. Not to mention they added some features that I wanted from the very beginning. So let's get into what's new, and let's just do a walkthrough of the One UI update for your Galaxy watches and your Gear watches. So this is it, guys. This is the all new One UI update, the all new feel and look that's more in line with what's on their phones and tablets these days. So a thumbs up to Samsung for not forgetting about their watches. We still like smartwatches. There are a ton of us out here that love smartwatches, and this just makes us feel we have a brand new watch without spending any money, and that's always a plus. Am I right, guys? Getting a new watch without any extra dough, and this is coming to the Galaxy watches and the Gear S3s and a couple other devices. Just check my link down below, or go ahead and just check your update center, see if you've gotten it yet. But it's a very clean update, and there's some things that are new here, and I'm really appreciating one of the features, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But this is the updated quick settings panel, and now we have an extra page so we can add more things here, and as we get more options available to us, we can just add what we want to, and you can rearrange and figure out how you want to lay this out. But it gives you a quicker way to access your mostly used features. The next feature that I want to talk about, and this is something that a few of you have gotten on my case for when I mentioned it in some other videos, I mentioned that the rotating bezel would sometimes activate and turn on when I'm wearing a dress shirt or when I had a couple layers on, and I didn't really appreciate that. Now you could always disable this rotating bezel to rotate to wake, and then you'd have to touch one of these, but now Samsung's listened. They've listened to me. Thank you very much, Samsung. All you have to do is tap on the screen to wake it, and that's going to tap the screen, wake up your device. So that means that you can use one or the other. You can actually enable both if you wanted to, but for those times when you're wearing a shirt that's a little bit too tight and it's really messing with this rotating bezel, or if you have a large winter jacket on and it just constantly turns this bezel, waking it up, and you thought it was a bit of a pain to tap the button, well, now all you can do, I'm going to show you that again because I'm really excited. All you have to do is tap the screen and that wakes. Thank you very much, Samsung. I really appreciate that. Now, just looking at the widgets, they've also been updated. The icons have been updated. Everything's just more modern, more sleek. And I like this look personally. It just makes the watch seem like it's more of today's world. It's more updated. It's more of a 2019 smartwatch. Now they've also added the outdoor swim function. So for those of you that swim outdoors, this has been updated so you can track your swim outdoors. And speaking of tracking, Samsung's also made improvements to that automatic tracking, the automatic detection. So they've updated it so it should be a little bit faster. If you thought it was a little bit too slow when it was doing the automatic detection thing, it should be a little bit faster for you guys. The next thing that Samsung's added, and I've wanted this from the beginning as well, I don't track my sleep, guys. I don't really like wearing a watch when I'm sleeping. I know some of you do, but a lot of us don't, and a lot of us do. But for those of us that don't want it to automatically track our sleeping, because that's actually gonna use a lot of battery, you can disable it now. So it used to happen before is if you had this on, it would try and record your REM sleep based on the heart rate. Now we all know the heart rate sensor takes quite a bit of battery. So now if you disable it, it's just going to use its sensors to kind of figure out if you're sleeping based on your movement. So if you're not really moving all that much, it's going to think you're sleeping and try and track it. So for those of you that do like to wear your watch as your alarm, I know some of you do that as well. You expect the watch to wake you up. At least now you can disable that, save some battery, and still be woken up by your watch. Another thing that they've added, again, with this whole fitness, with this whole well-being aspect and trend that's going on now, you have this daily briefing right here. And it's going to show you how many calories you've burnt, your active minutes, etc., etc. So it's just a nice look, a nice way to, at a glance, to check and see how your heart is. If your heart's completely full, you've done a good job today. If it's not that full, you might want to try a bit harder next time. But all you have to do is tap on it, and this is where you can see the expanded view. You can see your week's work, and you can also go into settings, disable notifications, or set your targets. So again, a nice digital well-being here, a nice way to kind of track how you're doing, how your health is doing, how this watch is helping you get healthy. They've also improved the way notifications come in, making it a little bit faster with the gesture. So when you raise your wrist to check out your notifications, it should be a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. And of course, the updated icons make it look really cool as well. Now, one thing they didn't mention, guys, is Bixby. I'm actually kind of curious. What's the weather?
It's 83 with
Ooh, Bixby is still not improved, guys. Bixby sounds horrible as usual. So Bixby is definitely not updated, guys. That's still a work in progress. But they also did some background app kind of optimizations as well. But that's basically it, guys. If you haven't gotten the update, go check that update center. It's probably waiting for you. Let me know if you've gotten it. Let's discuss battery life after this update. How's it been treating you? I really appreciate you watching. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time.